Hello everyone, this is Mr. Jackson, and we're looking at our math homework for Monday, November 26th, 2012. Item number 3. The first thing we need to do is read the item. Show your work. Use a number line to round 32,109 to the nearest hundred. Notice I did not say 32,109. And the reason why I did not say that is because I don't see a decimal. You don't say the word "and" when you're reading math numbers unless you see a decimal. I know that we see and hear things on television and radio all the time where we might read this number as 32,109. But we must say it correctly in math class because it helps us when we need to use written form, which is also called number name form, and when we are using expanded form. Now, we don't see a decimal, but this number does have a decimal. The decimal is invisible. And since we don't see it, it's automatically behind the last digit. Because the decimal is always behind the ones place, that would make this 9 the ones place. But if you don't see the decimal, then you do not acknowledge the decimal by saying the word "and." So we read this number 32,109. And we're going to round it to the nearest hundred, which means we're going to be skip counting by hundreds. Now we've done this type of problem a number of times. So our first step would be to draw a number line and put up 3 evenly spaced marks on it. The marks on the left and right indicate that you're either going to round down and choose this choice by circling it, or round up and choose this choice by circling it. The mark in the middle represents your halfway mark because you've taken this whole section and you've divided it in half. And half, as a fraction, looks like this. The denominator is 2, which tells you how many equal parts you have in all. 1, 2. And the numerator is 1, so you're going to focus on one of these equal parts. The numerator tells you how many equal parts you concentrate on or focus on. So that's why we call this the halfway mark. Okay, the number we are rounding, which is 32,109, we would write that at the top. And if we're concentrating on the hundreds, we know that 109, if we skip count it by hundreds, would be between 100 and 200 on the number line. So 32,109 would be between 32,100 and 32,200 on the number line if we were rounding to the nearest hundred. Now halfway between 100 and 200 is 150. So halfway between 32,100 and 32,200 would be 32,150. It's very easy to look at the place value you're focusing on and then add the rest of the place values to your choices. So now all you have to do is compare the number they gave you to the halfway mark to see if it is greater than, less than, or equal to the halfway mark. Remember, if this number is greater than the halfway mark, we would round up and circle the choice on the right. If this number is less than the halfway mark, we would round down and circle the choice on the left. If this number is equal to the halfway mark, we would not choose the middle. We would still round up and choose the choice on the right. We will use our arrows to show us which way we go, or if it's greater than, less than, or equal to. So 32,109 compared to 32,150 is less. So we would draw an arrow to the left. If it were greater, we would draw an arrow to the right. If it were equal, we would draw an arrow straight down. Now, greater than, we would round up. Equal to, we would still round up. But less than, we have to round down. So the way you would read it, while you were working it out, you would say 32,109 is less than 32,150, So we round down to 32,100 and we circle that choice. So in order to get credit, you must have drawn a number line. You must have put your two choices. You must have labeled your halfway mark. You must have put the number they have asked you about at the top. And you must have indicated with an arrow if it is greater than, less than, or equal to. And you should have rounded appropriately by either choosing the choice on the left or the choice on the right. If your arrow points to the left, you should circle the choice on the left. If your arrow points to the right, you should circle your choice on the right. And if your arrow points straight down because it's equal, you should circle the choice on the right. Okay, if you have any questions or concerns, please email me at ClassJump. Thank you.